Hello, and welcome to yet another demonstration video of Infilink. In this video, we are going to check out Infilink security, users, and passwords. Infilink allows you to set design mode password so that any unauthorized editing of Infilink project is not possible without having that password. In run mode of Infilink, you can restrict ability to carry out critical actions to users only with certain higher access or privilege levels. We will also check out about automatic logging out of the users based on certain conditions. We will see how to create audit trails and generating information about user actions which are necessary to be tracked. So, let us get started. We are now in design mode of Infilink. Here is just a blank project. Let me show you how to set design mode password. For that, you just go to Project tab, click Properties, and go to Password tab. Currently, there is no password set for this project. So I will keep this current password field blank. I will enter the password as my password and confirm it. This password is case sensitive and it accepts 15 characters for the password. Click OK. It tells me that the password will be applied when the project is saved. That is okay. I save the project and now the password should be applied for the project. Just to check it, I close the project and try to open the same project again. It is asking me the password. If I don't enter anything, it does not open the project. I enter the correct password and my project opens. So in this way you can prevent any unauthorized editing of your project. If you want to remove the password, follow the same procedure, but don't enter anything for new password and password confirmation. Click OK. Save the project and now the password should be removed from the project. Just to check, try opening the same project again. Yes, it allows me to open the project without asking for password, so we have removed the password from the project. Please remember this password and don't lose it, as there is no backdoor for bypassing the password. If you lose the password, you will not be able to edit the project anymore. You can contact KEP support for some solution, but it is better to not lose the password. Now let us move ahead and see how run mode security is implemented. All the setup for run mode security is done in design mode. Typically, you can create one or more users. Each user will have username, password, and access or privilege level. Typically you will want to restrict the critical actions like changing process set points to users with higher privilege level. These are the actions which you can restrict to users with certain privilege levels. Changing the tag values by using enter data animations. Changing the tag values by using objects like sliders, switches, knobs, and selector switches. Executing the scripts attached to buttons. Acknowledging of alarms. Opening of HMI windows. Now let us set up some users and their passwords to be used in run mode. For this demonstration, I am going to create 3 users and assign them 3 different access levels. Infilink treats usernames as case-insensitive, but treats passwords as case-sensitive. Access levels can vary from 0 to 255. 0 being the lowest and default access level. 255 being the highest access level. Access level of 0 will be assumed if no user is logged in. Now let us show logged in username and access level on the screen. Infilink provides two system tags for this purpose. Values of these two tags are automatically updated whenever some user logs in or logs out. Let us log in as super user and see these two tags updated. You can also click the buttons on the right side of edit fields and use on-screen keyboard to enter username and password. This is particularly useful if you are using touchscreen-based system. Infilink logs these login and log out events into Event Logger. We have observed that many users prefer to run their HMI system in full screen mode disabling title bar and menu bar of the run mode. In that case, carrying out, log in, log out, or exit actions using menu items is not possible. In that case, you can create buttons that will allow the user to carry out these actions. Infilink provides system commands for this purpose. Now, let us try this setup in run mode. We now see that the Infilink run mode is running in full screen mode. The title bar and menu bar is disabled. We will be able to log in, log out, or exit using the buttons we just created. In the next section, we will check out how various actions are restricted to users with higher access levels. After that, we will also see few more features like automatic logging out of the user after certain period of inactivity. We will also see how you can create audit trails regarding user actions like changing set points or acknowledging of alarms. So keep watching this video till end. In this section of the video, I am going to use this simple Infilink project in Infilink run mode. I am showing here few data input objects which are set to work only when user with certain minimum access level is logged in. Out of these two slider objects, upper one is with access level 0, which means it will always work irrespective of whether any user is logged in or not. Minimum user access level for the lower slider object is set to 10. So when the user with access level 10 or more is logged in, then only this slider will work. Cursor changes from arrow to hand whenever the object is active, to cause the change in tag value. Currently no user is logged in, so I can move this upper slider and change the tag value. But I cannot move this lower slider. Similarly, this rotary knob is set with minimum user access level of 150. As there is no logged in user now, I cannot rotate this knob. These three buttons to change the room temperature are set with minimum access level of 10. I am not able to click them just now. Notice that the cursor stays as arrow when I hover the cursor over it. Cursor will change to hand when the object becomes clickable. The high and low alarms for tag T1 are also set with minimum user access level of 10. Let me move this upper slider and change the value of tag T1. We see that tag T1 now has an alarm. If I try to acknowledge that alarm, I am unable to do so, because the minimum access level for acknowledging that alarm is set to 10. Now let me log in as Kevin, whose access level is 10. Now, I can move this lower slider as well as upper slider. I can now also acknowledge the alarm. I can now change the room temperature setting also. As the access level of logged in user is 10, I am able to click these buttons and change the room temperature setting. I am also generating the room temperature setting change, audit trails, and writing that information to the file. Let me show that file and the logged information. Let me log in as super user, whose access level is 255. Now, I can rotate this knob also. Thus, you will see that it is possible to selectively enable or disable the critical user actions based on the access level of the logged-in user. Now, let us see one more interesting feature. This feature was requested by some of our users. They wanted to set up their HMI system in such a way that if the user is inactive for a certain amount of time, then he or she should automatically be logged out. The user is determined to be inactive when mouse or keyboard activity is not detected for a certain period of time. Infilink provides a system tag, user inactive timer, for this purpose. This tag comes into action whenever some user is logged in. When the user logs in, value of this tag is 0. It starts incrementing per second whenever user is inactive. It is reset to 0 whenever user moves the mouse or interacts with the keyboard. So by monitoring the value of this tag, the HMI system designer can cause automatic log out of the user. In this demonstration, automatic log out of the user is set after 10 seconds of user inactivity. Let us see that feature in action. Now let us switch back to design mode and see how these various settings are done. We are back in design mode of Infilink. Data input animations like Enter Data and Slider provide a field named Access Level. You can set the minimum user access level for that animation to be active in that field. Similarly, wizard objects like switches, knobs, sliders, rotary switches also provide access level settings, which is used in the same way. Let me quickly show you where that setting is done. Similarly, restricting alarm acknowledge action for certain alarm is done with the same field while defining an alarm. This setting is on per alarm basis, and hence you can restrict acknowledge action only for certain important alarms for higher level user. Now let us see how automatic logout of user based on certain time of inactivity is achieved. This is the script set for the tag user inactive timer. This tag is increment for each second whenever some user is logged in and no user activity is detected. This script will be executed at each data change event of this tag. I have made auto logout conditional for this demonstration, but you can remove it if required. So after 10 seconds of inactivity of the user, he or she will be automatically logged out. You can carry out auto logout of any user based on any condition that is suitable for your project. Infilink provides necessary script commands and gives you a lot of flexibility about how you want to set up your HMI project. Let us now move ahead and see how audit trails of user actions can be created. In this demonstration, I am saving the information about change in room temperature setting. I gather the information about when the setting was changed, who was the user at that time, what setting was done, and prepare a string tag with that information. Then, by using the script command, file write text, I write that information to a disk file. You can find more information about the parameters of file write text, script command, and how it works in Infilink help documentation. Probably I will also create few demonstration videos about some advanced script commands like file write text or file write CSV in near future. That is all I have regarding this topic. Hope you have got a lot of insight into the topic. If you have any suggestions for this feature or any other feature of Infilink, please feel free to comment in the comment section. You can also subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon, and get notified about the new videos. Thanks for watching this video, and bye for now. You can also watch these videos on other features of Infilink.